Hello students, before we start with our next lesson, I will show you the remaining part of question number 4 of lesson number 1 of history, that is historiography of the West, in which some 2 points were left for the question number 4. You can take screenshot of that question number 4 which was left. Here are the remaining 2 points, point number 2 and point number 3 of question number 4. Hello children, coming back to our lesson. Now today we'll start with your political science first lesson, that is working of constitution. Children, in your previous classes we have already studied about constitution, architect of constitution, to whom the responsibility of constitution was given, why constitution for any country is very important, what are the rules and regulations of constitution for which the citizens are bound to follow. So all these things you know very well. Now this year I have already told you that in your political science we are supposed to sum up all those knowledge of civics and those chapters we have already studied in your previous classes. So your first lesson deals with working of constitution. So before I resume with your lesson, we'll start with your lesson. We should know that what is the meaning of constitution. So already you know that constitution is a rule book for any country which the citizens are supposed to follow or abide by the rules. So Indian constitution was very important because already we know that India was ruled by Britishers for so many years, for a long period of years. We struggled very hard to gain our freedom. So many people, they sacrificed their life to gain this freedom, to achieve this independence. And after we got our independence, the constitution was made, and the constitution, this responsibility was given to Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar. See, constitution of India got certain qualities which make unique from the rest of the world. See, during that time when we were struggling, when the Indians were struggling for its freedom, that time the values which was there before our people, that on the basis of those values we were struggling, because we Indians got inspiration from 2 main events. That was already I told you in your previous classes, that 2 main events which really inspire the Indians to have the freedom struggle, to give momentum to their freedom struggle, was French Revolution and American War of Independence. So we got values in our constitution from those 2 great landmark event. So objective of our Indian constitution is to establish a secular democratic republic to ensure justice and freedom of its citizen. See, you know that in our assembly we are reciting our preamble. We know that what is there inside our preamble. So India is a secular republic democratic country. And we know secular, that means the Indian constitution has declared its objective to establish a secular democratic republic. That means we as a country, Indians should follow, or in our constitution everybody should have the mentality of secularism. That means we are not supposed to have any type of biased feeling towards any religion. Democratic republic, that means we are having that democracy or democratic feelings in every Indian, or every citizen should have that feeling of democracy. Democratic value should be there. Republic, we know that we are choosing our president, prime minister through election. Republic, that giving vote or voting is a very important election process. All these things made India a republic country. Also, it has made extremely important provision to ensure that citizens get justice and the freedom is protected. See, our right, we know that we are having certain rights and duties, fundamental rights and fundamental duties, and which are guided in our constitution. Constitution plays a very important role for safeguarding our duties and fundamental rights. So, the objective of Indian Constitution is to establish a secular democratic republic to ensure justice and freedom of its citizen. Every citizen, whether he belongs to any caste, any creed, any religion, should get justice and freedom, which is protected in our Constitution. The Indian Constitution is seen as a means through which a progressive, developed society based on social justice and equality will be established. See, progressive, developed society means, see, India is a developing country. And while developing our country, we need to keep in our mind that we are supposed to follow these values. We should not forget these values while developing our country. And these values which are given in our constitution should be abided by every citizen. So this should be objective. See, constitution is having certain objective, but those objectives should be followed by every citizen. And we know that constitution came into force 26 January 1950. 1950 already. We know that we celebrate as a Republic Day. That day we adopted this constitution, which came into force on 26 January 1950. See, constitution is very important for any country, and our constitution is very lengthy constitution. And you know which is the very short constitution of any country? Can you guess which country? Yes, you are right. England is having very shortest constitution. Now, indicators of India's successful democracy. Now, in this lesson, we are supposed to know, we are supposed to learn about what are the indicators or what are the criteria of successful democratic country. Any democratic country, they are supposed to have certain criteria or certain indicators which make them unique as a democratic country. We will take a brief overview of the wide-ranging nature of Indian democracy, important changes that have taken place in political process and steps that have been taken to establish social justice and equality. See here, 2 points very important: social justice and equality. See, already we know we are having so many rights. Right of equality is very important. For that, so many slogans, so many movements were already taken place to establish equality, or people should have equal rights. This review will primarily focus on 3 areas. So this lesson will give emphasis on the 3 main points of Indian Constitution, that is democracy, social justice and judicial system. So first we'll start with democracy. Political maturity. See, already we know, before we start, we know that election process or voting process is very important. Election, what are the criteria of election? What the Indian citizen or the people should have certain to fulfill before giving vote or before contesting any election. Certain criteria should be fulfilled. Voting age was reduced from 21 to 18. So before 21 years, certain age was decided. Before we got our independence, 1947, during that time, the vote giving age was different. It was not 18 years. But after some years, in order to include the larger part of generation in political process, in order to give them the due, their we can say their involvement in political process, the government, they decided that they are supposed to include more younger generation in the political process. So voting age was further reduced from 21 to 18 to increase participation of the young generation. So here we'll see the first indicator of constitution of Indian democracy is that we are supposed to know political maturity. First point, we'll see that democracy does not merely imply a representative structure. The essence of representative system is to integrate the principle of democracy in actual practice. See, democracy doesn't mean that this is a political term. It should inculcate in every mind of every Indian citizen. Understood? That means that every Indian citizen should inculcate the democratic value in his behavior, in his lifestyle. Until we are not adopting that value in our lifestyle or in our behavior, we cannot understand the true meaning of democracy. Once this is done, democracy becomes an integral part of the political life of the society. That means we should have the nature of democracy. We should have that nature that we can see equality in every sector of our life. We should not be biased in that.